Okay. Good morning, ladies. So this morning I'm jumping on here live. I just finished filming a video for my YouTube channel. Hopefully I'll be able to edit that one today and upload it. So I thought I'd just jump on here live with you. Hopefully some people will pop on soon. So I'd pop on and show you guys how I use my Shadowsense. Now, I use my Shadowsense in 8 different ways. So I use it as a concealer, to highlight under my eyes, to fill in my brows, as bronzer, as a contour, as a blush, and even as a lip colour. Now, our Shadowsense are cream products, and they dry as a powder, so they don't need to be set once they've dried. The other amazing thing is they have the same lasting power as lip scents, so they last all day long, they don't crease, they don't smudge. Oop. They're also waterproof, if you don't throw them away. So they're awesome, and they also contain our Seneplex Complex, which is our anti-aging skincare. So you'll be getting skincare on your face all day long. Okay, so I'm just going to jump into it. I've already done my base foundation. Now I just use the shade Beige Chiffon, in our foundation, and I just apply that all over my face. I blended it out using a Real Techniques sponge, Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to be concealing under my eyes. I'm concealing those dark circles, and I'm also going to be, sorry, I'm just looking through my products. And I'm also going to highlight under that eye area. You also want to highlight your chin, the bridge of your nose, and just the front part of your forehead there. So what I'm going to be using to do that is the Candlelight Shadowsense and Shadowsense in the shade Whisper Pink. So Candlelight has a beautiful peachy undertone, and that's going to colour correct those dark circles. So I'm just moving my mirror across. So it's going to cancel out those dark circles. And then I'm just going to be popping a little bit of Whisper Pink over the top of that. And that's going to really brighten the under eyes. Now, so the best part is this won't crease because Shadowsense is smudge-proof and budge-proof, so it will be non-creasy, beautiful, and it will stay there all day long. I'm just blending that out using a Real Techniques contour brush. I find this one, brush really good for getting in there and blending out my under eyes. It's really, really soft, and it's really precise. So I just use that. I'm just bringing it slightly over the eyelid there just to cancel out any veins and redness in my eyelid. And I'm just pressing it into the skin. I'm not dragging it. And then I just want to lightly buff. Okay, so you can see the difference there, like you can see my dark under eye baggage here, and it's nice and beautifully concealed on this side. Okay, so I'm just going to be doing the exact same thing to the other side, just going in with the Candlelight first, and then I'm going to be popping a little bit of Whisper Pink over the top just to brighten it up and just to highlight that under eye area there, and just buffing it again in with my Real Techniques contour brush. So you get about a minute working time with the Shadowsense products before they dry. And then once they are completely dry, they won't budge or smudge all day long. One of the awesome things I love about this too is because it does contain our Seneplex Complex, I am getting that amazing anti-aging skincare under my eyes all day long. And I don't think that there is a time to start using anti-aging skincare. I think the earlier the better. Obviously, like, you're not going to need it when you're like 15. But so I'm nearly 23 now, so I think why not just jump on into that. I feel like someone's about to walk into my house. Is that someone coming here? It's over the road. Can hear the roller door going up. Okay. So now I'm actually going to pop that on my chin, down the bridge of my nose, and just on my forehead there, following up with the Wister Pink. And so when you're highlighting points on your face, you don't want to just do it under your eyes. You're going to look like an absolute weirdo. You want to be doing it so under your eyes, your chin, your forehead, and the bridge of your nose. And that's going to bring those points forward. And then when you contour and bronze, that is going to put those parts back. And that's what makes you look really structured instead of pancakey when you apply your makeup. And no one wants to look like a pancake. That is not the look that we are going for. Just blending that all in. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so I've just highlighted my under eyes, chin, nose, and forehead using our Candlelight and Whisper Pink Shadowsense. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to go and do is I'm going to bronze up the skin. I'm going to make it a little more warm, a bit more sun-kissed, and the product that I like to use when I do that is our Shadowsense in the shade Moca Java. Now this is a beautiful cool tone brown. It's quite a light brown. So I just pop a little bit onto the back of my hand. You don't really need much. The pigment in these bad boys is amazing. So you don't need a lot of product. A lot goes a long way. So I'm just going to be using this little Revlon brush that I got in a kit. I don't know what it's called, but I'm probably going to assume it's a powder brush. So I just dip that in. Get a little bit on the end of my brush there. And then just buff that in. Same up the other side. I'm gonna hold back my little baby hairs because they get in the way. Honestly, that sounds like someone who's like literally right there. Okay, buff that into your hairline as well. The rest of that product. Just how beautiful and seamless that is. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so when you're applying your bronzer, you're going to be working in like a 3 kind of action. So around the forehead, in your hairline, down onto the cheekbones. Don't bring it forward too much, otherwise that'll make your face look really muddy. And then you want to bring it down onto the jaw. Now I'm just going to grab a little bit more product because I didn't quite have enough. Oopsies. And then I'm just going to bring it down my jawline. You don't want to bring it down too far because that will make you look like you have a double chin. And nobody wants to have a double chin. Don't mind my little scab here too. I'm trying everything to get it to heal really fast, but I think I'm just going to have to take my time and let it just do its thing. Okay. So that's the bronzing done. Okay, so next I'm going to go in and contour, and I'm going to be using a darker brown shade. I'm going to be using our chocolate brown shade called Garnet in the Shadowsense for my contour. And I just do the same thing, so I just grab a little bit on the back of my hand. A little bit like so. And then for my contour, I actually use two different brushes to blend this out. So first I go in with my e.l.f. contour brush. These just came out. I purchased one the other day from Kmart. Oh, it's got a little straight here. So I just go in with this first, and then I'm going to blend it out using my Real Techniques buffing brush. So I just get a little tiny bit of product on this brush. I'm just going to really chisel out that cheekbone. You don't want to be bringing it down too low either. You're going to be keeping it about where your eyebrow ends. Chisel out that cheekbone, and then I blend it up using the Real Techniques buffing brush. Just getting rid of any harsh lines. So it looks like they're beautiful. It's just doing the same thing on the other side. Getting rid of my baby hairs. Give me a bit of difficulty. And then just going in. Chisel out that cheekbone. And then blend it in. Now you can make yours as structured or as light as you like. That is completely up to you. I'm just going to add a little more, especially just onto this side. Lovely. So what else you can do is you could also go down and contour your nose, which I don't really do, but I'll do it for the sake of this video. Try and find a decent brush. Okay, a little bit more in the back of my hands. Tiny little bird. Okay. Work that into the brush, I think. Okay, let's contour one's nose. I've never contoured my nose before, so I don't really know what I'm doing. But that's alright, I don't particularly know what I'm doing. Makeup's all about experimenting, trying new things, so not really too worried. Oh yeah, I think that slimmed it up a bit. Okay, so that is my contour done. The rest of the product at the back of my hand. So I just contoured my cheekbones. Got them popping. And I just contoured my nose a little bit. I don't know if it made too much of a difference. I've never actually contoured my nose. So that's the contour done. The next thing I would go in and I would probably fill in my brows. Now I'm just going to grab a little spoolie. We also do have a brow product. It comes with a spoolie on one side, and then it's got a liquid brow product on the other. But for the sake of this video, I will be filling them in using our Shadowsense. because this is a Shadowsense video. Okay, so the first thing I do is I just brush through with a little spoolie, get all the hairs going right, and then sometimes I do fill them in using Garnet. It is a little bit warm toned for me. You can also fill them in other popular choices, Moca Java, especially if you're a lighter blonde. But today I'm going to be filling them in using our smoked Topaz, this colour right here. So it's a really ashy, taupey kind of a shade. It's very cool toned, so I'm going to be using that to fill in my brows today. And what I just do is when you pull it out, there's usually a bit of product left on this wand here. Just dip my brow brush into the product that is on the wand. And I am just using the Real Techniques brow brush. Nothing too fancy here. And then I'm just going to go in and fill in my brows. Now, I don't ever really do anything too crazy with my brows, so it's probably not going to be that exciting. But I'll still fill them in because the brows shape that face. So we can't forget the brows. Even if you're only doing a tiny little bit, filling in your brows will just make the world of difference to your makeup. It'll really finish it up and bring it all together. And usually if I'm not bothered to do a full face of makeup, even when I don't put any foundation or anything on, I'll go in and fill in my brows. It just makes your face look a bit more put together. And sometimes I'll just use the colour correcting moisturiser that we have and fill in my brows. And that'll be me, done for the day. Just filling them in. I just start at the tail of my brow, and then when I've got a bit less product on the brush, then I kind of move that through the front. Because I don't want to go too heavy-handed at the front here. It's one darker than the other. Brows are sisters. I mean, sorry, yeah, sisters, not twins. They could even be cousins, really, because mine are very different. But that's alright. Okay, so that's my brows done. See, I really am pretty simplistic when it comes to filling into my brows. To set them in place all day, you can use your favourite brow gel. I used to use the Maybelline brow gel before. Otherwise, you can set them in place using our Lash Sense. How crazy is that? So, you can just go in. I actually use Lash Sense in the shade brown. Anyway, so that's pretty helpful. So you just wipe off the excess and then comb through your brow very gently. And then that will lock them in place all day. Boom shaka laka. Okay, so let's go in with the eyes. So I'm just going to do a really simple look today. I'm not really getting up to much today. I'm just doing chores, housework, those kind of fun things. Okay, so I'm going to go in and what kind of look do I want to do today? So pretty much nearly every day I will put Copper Rose into my crease. It's just an absolutely stunning orange. It's very pale orange. It's perfect for the transition colour, especially if you want to do a warm look. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to get a little bit on the end of my brush. And then I'm just going to brush that into my crease. I actually have very hooded eyes. So usually my makeup disappears underneath my eyelid. So that's super disappointing. But yeah, it is what it is. You can't really do too much about that. So I just try and work it up a bit. So I kind of bring my crease up closer to my brow. That's kind of how I get around having hooded eyes. So I've got that down there. Let's bring it up a little bit there. I should be leaning forward when I do my eyes for you. I don't know if you can see my mirror in the screen now. Anyway. I just pop copper rose up into the higher part of the crease. I kind of moved my crease up a little bit just because I do have hooded eyes, so I tend to move my crease up. Just open them up a little bit more. I do have big eyes, but I do like to make them pop. Anyway, so I'm going to be going in with Moca Java next, and I'm just going to be putting that just a little bit lower in the crease. And the brush that I'm using is just this e.l.f. blending brush. Picked this bad boy up from Target Kmart the other day. Absolutely love Kmart. It's got the bomb diggity stuff there. Okay, because I just wanted to deepen that. So that's those two, and then super simple. I'm still using the same brush, as you can tell. I'm just going to be popping a bit of Garnet into my outer corner and just that bit lower in the crease, just to deepen up that outer V. Same on the other side. Sun keeps going behind the shadow. Sun keeps going behind the clouds, creating a shadow in here. Making it a bit difficult to see. Okay, so I'm just going to grab the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. I'm just going to buff that all out. Make sure we've got no harsh lines. So that's how it looks so far. And then I'm just going to grab a pop of Shimmer and pop that onto the lid. And I'm going to use one of my favorites. I'm going to use one of my favorites, and this is Pink Opal Shimmer. I'm just going to pop that down on my lid, and I'm just going to use it directly from the wand. I do want it to be nice and pigmented. So I might go in with a second layer once this dries. I'm just going to grab a little brush, and this is a Real Techniques base shadow brush. Just going to blend, 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 blend. Make sure there's no harsh lines and that just looks seamless. I'm actually just grab some on the back of my hands and dip my brush in. And then just pack that. Oh yeah. So that's just my little eye look that I created. I'm just going to pop a, a bit of Sandstone Pearl Shimmer into my inner corners as my inner corner highlights. If I can find it. Here it is. Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. There's my inner corner highlight. Look how beautiful that colour is. So nice. A beautiful gold undertone Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. Awesome. Okay, so that's my eye look. I'm just going to top that off with some mascara, and I'm just going to be using our Lash Sense and Undersense. The Undersense is our mascara primer, and it just gets your lashes ready for mascara, and it also moisturizes them. So I'm going to be popping that on. Oh, I probably should have curled my lashes. Oh well. What can you do? So I always also use our lash growth serum, which is our Senegence Shadwsense Lash Extend. And I naturally have really long lashes, but I've actually found that it has really increased the volume in my lashes and made them a lot thicker, especially down near the roots. And the other thing that I found, combination with the Undersense, is that they feel beautiful and soft, and they're not breaking off as much, and I'm not losing as many eyelashes, which I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but I seem to lose eyelashes. Bloody weird. Anyway, so I'm just going in with our Lash Sense, and I just use Lash Sense in the shade Brown, because it's all I have. And I also don't mind the brown. Like, it's a really, really dark brown. It's like a chocolate brown. And I honestly don't think you can even notice that it's brown, not black. Maybe you can. I don't know. Anyways, so just giving my bottom lashes a little coat. Can't forget those. Now, I don't really wear eyeliner, but Shadowsense can also be used as your eyeliner because it does not smudge. So if you want to go in with eyeliner, of course you can use absolutely any single colour that you would like. It is not just black. So, but Shadowsense in the shade Onyx is our jet black. So you would just go in, if I was using eyeliner, I would just go in with my little eyeliner brush, and I would just dip it in and draw it on, and I'd be ready to go. And as you can see, it's not budging everywhere. So that's an awesome alternative to your eyeliner because it's not going to smudge. You can actually rub your eyes and it won't go anywhere. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to use a Shadowsense for is my blush. So I'm just going to go in with Shadowsense in the shade Pink Posey. Absolutely love this colour. So good. I actually use it on my eyes all the time. I'm just going to go in with a little bit just on the back of my hand. Lovely. And then I'm just going to grab my Revlon blush brush, dip it in, get it all up there, and then I'm just going to pop it on my cheeks. Blend it in. Yeah, I don't like a blush that is too in your face. I only do like a little bit of colour on there. Lovely. Okay, and then I'm going to use our Shadowsense as a highlight. So I'm just going to use our Shadowsense in the shade Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. You can use any of our shimmer shadows as a highlight. So you can use the Pink Opal Shimmer as a highlight, or a blush topper. You could use our Copper Rose Shimmer as a highlight, or like a bronze top. Bronzer topper. And then there's our Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. Actually our Lavender Shimmer, but I can't see it at the moment. There it is. So that's our purple lavender shimmer. It's like really metallic. It's awesome. Could use that as a highlight. So I'm just going to go in using our Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. It's an awesome champagne shade. I'm just going to grab some of that on my finger. And then apply that to my cheekbones. Sorry, that's my dog. Just losing her shit. Look how good that highlight is. It is popping. Sorry, just kind of listening to my neighbours out there. Being a slight bit nosy. Same on the other side, and I just pat it in with my finger. You can totally go in with a brush, whatever you prefer. Check it out. How good does that look? So I'm just going to pop a little bit on my nose, a little bit on my Cupid's bow. I'm just going to blend the rest back into my cheekbone. And I'm just going to give that a quick little blend. Look how awesome that highlight is. It is so natural, so beautiful. Love it. Okay, so lasty but not leasty, I'm going to go in and use Shadowsense as a lip colour. So just like lip sense, you're going to want to wipe your lips, make sure they are clean. Okay, so I'm going to, so when you're using Shadowsense as a lip colour, you want to sandwich it between lip sense. So I'm going to start off with a just a base coat of colour, and I'm just going to use lip sense in the shade Bravo for that. It's a real just nude. And then I like to sandwich it between colour and Icicle. Now Icicle is our clear lip sense. This Icicle still offers all the same beautiful properties that lip sense does. The clear is still 100% UV protection on your lips. So all it is it just doesn't have a colour pigment in it. So I'm going to sandwich it between these two. And with lip sense, we know we've got to shake, shake, shake. So lip sense is applied in 3 layers. So when you're using Shadowsense, you sandwich it. The middle layer will be a shadow. So we apply 3 thin layers. And then you let it dry and you top it off with your gloss, and it lasts all day long. It's guaranteed to last between 4 to 18 hours of wear. It is smudge-proof, kiss-proof, waterproof, and it is cruelty-free and vegan. And it is also 100% UV protection and stops your lips from getting sunburnt and wind chapped. Absolutely awesome. So I'm just going to go in with a thin layer of the Bravo. Indy's going nuts. Okay. So, what colour do I want to do? I'm going to go in with the colour Shadowsense that you want to do. Oh, I'm not too sure what colour. I might do Amethyst purple. Just do something different, like why not? So you want to make sure that your bottom layer of lip sense is dry before you go on with your Shadowsense. Okie dokie. So I'm going to go in with Amethyst. I've never tried Amethyst on my lips before. We shall see. So you want to wipe off as much of the product as possible because this shit is pigmented. So you want to go in with a thin layer of Shadowsense. There's a lot of product on that wand. Okay. I think we're ready to rock and roll. Okay. So then you just pop it on like lip sense. Love this colour. I don't know, I haven't tried this colour on my lips before. Looks so good. Who would have thought that you could use an eyeshadow as a liquid lipstick? Absolutely loving this colour. What do you guys think? Do you think it looks cool? Okay. So that is all the sparse areas filled in. Absolutely loving this colour. So you just wait for it to dry. It does take a little bit longer than lip sense to dry. So I'm going to give it a bit to dry. The awesome thing with the Shadowsense though as a lip colour is you have a bit more working time because it does take that little bit longer to dry. You can also go for a way more natural colour than this. Like our pink Posey would look stunning as a nude. So would Mulberry. It'll look stunning if you're into my door just slammed. If you're into the browner shades, you could totally go for a brown on the lips. You can go for a copper. That'll look awesome. But then we've also got some cool colours like dark blues. We've got some light blues. Yeah, the options are freaking endless. We've also got like some greens and some yellows. So whatever you want to rock for the day, you do you. So I think that's pretty well dry. So then I'm just going to go in with our lip sense in the shade Icicle. So this is our clear lip sense. It has no colour pigment in it. because it doesn't have a little ball that you need to shake up. So I'm just going to go in and pat that on. I forgot to get a separate. Usually I would use a separate applicator. I might even have one. Oh, I do. So I just use a disposable applicator. Now if you purchase Icicle from me, I will send you applicators so that you can do this. So I just use a separate applicator just in case there is a little bit of colour transfer from the Shadowsense into the lip sense, because when you apply them they do blend into each other. Just going to go on, and I want a really thick coverage of this. And you want to be really light-handed too, just so that you're not moving the Shadowsense around underneath. You're going to keep your lips apart until they are dry. Okay, my icicle layer on, let that dry, and then we're going with the gloss. I might even do a red gloss over this. Ooh. Maybe not that red. So I might just do a sand gloss. Mix up that pigment. Okay, so my lips feel nice and dry. Yeah. Just going in using our Shea Butter gloss in the shade Sand. And as you can see, there's no colour transfer onto my wand. How cool is that? Okay, so that kind of completes this look, guys. I've just shown you 8 ways that you can use Shadowsense. So first of all, we use Shadowsense to colour correct and brighten under our eyes, our chin, the bridge of our nose and our forehead. And I used Shadowsense in the shade Candlelight and Whisper Pink for that. Next we went up and bronzed up our skin in the beautiful 3 that we all know works. And I used Shadowsense in the shade Moca Java for that one. Next I went up and contoured my cheekbones out, and I used Shadowsense in the shade Garnet for that one. I then filled in my brows, and I used Shadowsense in the shade Smoked Topaz for that. And then I went and did my eyeshadow, where I did Copper Rose in the crease, followed by Mocha Java a bit lower. I then darkened up my outer corners and the outside of my crease using Garnet, and then applied Pink Opal Shimmer over the lid just for a little bit of a pop. And then I applied Sandstone Pearl Shimmer in my inner corners as my inner corner highlight. I then went through and used blush, and I used Shadowsense in the shade Pink Posey for that one. I then went through and highlighted my beautiful cheekbones, the little tip of my nose and my cupid's bow. And I used Shadowsense in the shade Sandstone Pearl Shimmer for that one. And then I went through and used it as a lip colour, and I used Amethyst on my lips today for just a little bit, something different. So we used it as a colour corrector, a highlighter, bronzer, contour, to fill in the brows, a blush, a highlight for the, like a shimmer highlight instead of a matte highlight. First one was a matte highlight. A shimmer highlight, and then we also used it as a cheek colour. So that is 8 amazing ways to use your Shadowsense. Awesome. I'm going to upload this video onto my page so that everybody can watch it when they have any free time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for my next video. See ya!